what does success look like to me? What am I driving towards? And those things are very personal. It's amazing what you can accomplish when there's trust in the room. And when you remove that trust, it's remarkable how inefficient you can become.
And when you've got guys around you who are buying into your vision and pushing towards the same thing, it's energizing. And welcome back to the Foraged Contractor Alliance podcast. I am very excited today because I have a very special guest. Today, we're going to have one of the biggest people I have in my life. He's been a big part of my company for, like 8 years now or so. And not only that, but I used to give this guy a ride to school back in high school. We've known each other a very long time. Our parents, great friends. I think my mom was even the maid of honor in your mom's wedding.
Yeah, she was.
So we're like family, but we have a partnership together. He's my closest partner at Ridgeline, longest lasting partner at Ridgeline right now. And I'm really excited to have you on. But John, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been here since I think it was April 2017 I started. I had no aspirations of sticking around then, honestly. I didn't realize how much I'd enjoy this type of work. I actually, to be honest, used to turn my nose up at it. I used to think that white collar and, financial, doctor, lawyer, all that stuff was the really important thing to hit.
Oh, okay. You mean the trades in general?
Oh, yeah, trades in general. I really turned my nose up at it. And then I don't know, I was kind of miserable in the white collar world, to be frank.
Yeah. What were you doing in the white collar world?
I was doing sales, which was useful. I enjoyed sales. I was also in the finance world for a bit and making strides there. I had a bright career ahead of me, I'm told. And I was being told all these things, like I was getting promoted quick. I was going up the chain, meeting important people, and everything was, stars were aligned. On the outside, it was looking good. Like I had a big career, I was getting raises fast, and everything was awesome. Yeah. Internally and with my wife, I was talking and I was like, I can't stand this line of work anymore. I don't want to do this. And we were just on a date and she's like, well, why don't you text Josh? Because I had talked about my friend Josh running his business. And I'd been doing like roofing once a week, mostly for the exercise because I was driving a desk. So I already had it in and I said, hey, Josh, can I come try roofing for a summer? And he said, yeah, absolutely. I said, you want a resume? He said, nope.
Don't need, I know your character enough. Don't need to look at a piece of paper that tells me what I already know.
Yeah. We've known each other for decades now, which is kind of crazy to say. We're getting old. But, so that was just something comfortable at the time. And I figured I'll roof for a summer and then do something else. And then as I fell into it, I realized there's all these nuances to trades and business and started just get pulled in deeper. Obviously, it was a bit of a rocky start, me trying to quit roofing and then Josh being like, well, actually, I see an opportunity here with you and your skills and your background. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Got nothing else going on.
So you pivoted from being on the crew to in the office.
Yeah,
doing sales.
Roofing is a physically demanding job. You'd think that would be obvious, but I guess I didn't know that.
People don't, most people when they come in and try, they think they can do it, and then they actually get up there and they're like, this is a little bit more than I anticipated.
It's intense. I'm really glad I had the experience because I know what the guys are going through every day and how strong they are physically and mentally. It takes a lot of resilience to do that job. And I figured, I'm a farm kid. I'm used to working long hours in the sun. I thought I had it. I was like, it's gonna be easy. I was like 10-hour days is nothing. And then, you get to it and it's like, oh, this is a very different world. And you're literally several stories up every single time you're doing your job and you're on a slant. So
in the elements.
Oh, and you're using muscles that you didn't think existed. It's different from beating up a cow to I'm just kidding. The cows beat me up. I just try to talk tough. Hauling shingles up a ladder, right? It was very different. I guess the story there is I tried to quit. And then Josh texted me and I thought it was just my friend texting me being like, oh yeah, no hard feelings, let's get coffee. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like we'll go chat and make sure everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was surprised that I had a job offer coming from Josh for a different world in the trades world. I was like, oh, okay, well, financing, sales. I was like, yeah, I got experience with that. I don't have any other job, so sure. Like,
why not? Give it a try if nothing else.
Yeah, and I really took to that. Like I enjoyed it, and one of the first things I really liked is in the big corporate world, my hours were scrutinized. I'm not going to say who I worked for, but overtime was kind of not a thing. They didn't want to pay it, and it was almost expected that I would work it to achieve my goals.
Yeah,
for free. But you got to climb the corporate ladder, so I started doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like putting in a lot of hours that I wasn't compensated for at all. And like when I went to work with Ridgeline, I was really trepidatious about overtime, so I approached Josh and he said, as long as you can justify like what you're doing, work the hours you need to achieve like what you're doing, I'll pay you.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was refreshing, and I was willing to put in like lots of hours doing quite a few jobs.
And you did, and you have.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
still do.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. So,
yeah.
That freedom of movement really is kind of what opened the door in my mind to like, wow, this could be a career.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like people not sitting on my shoulder telling me what to do. Like, here's the freedom. I trust you to do your job, and if you hear from me, you're not doing your job. So like, that's a great management style. It obviously has become more.
Can be.
It can be.
It can be. If you got the right people on the bus, it's a good management
if you've got
style.
people you can trust. Yeah. But trusting people is an important part of managing, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, we've learned a lot more since then.
Yeah.
Like being too trusting, etc.
Yeah, which I'm very guilty of. I think we've talked about that on the podcast a few times before. Yeah. How was the pivot from job site to office work?
It was interesting. I'm glad I did it in that order. Again, because it gave me that appreciation.
Yeah.
It was a different world because, and luckily I had the experience I did because people are complex. Like the roofing aspect of things is physically demanding and technical. You have to be really skilled at what you're doing, or you can create a problem for somebody that could wreck their house.
Yeah.
So I really respect our installers because they are constantly observing what those problems could be and adapting to them or making sure they don't appear. Moving into the office, you've got to deal with emotions more. Like clients are spending money, and money's always an interesting topic for people.
Yeah.
I luckily had my experience in the financial world to, combat some of those concerns and stick to your guns, because a lot of it's negotiating and understanding like what your hard line is to, make a decent living or be able to pay your suppliers and your staff and keep some money to pay yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that came easily because of my past. So despite having a difficult time in the financial world, I really value my time there. Going back into the office setting, I was a little nervous because I just abandoned an office setting, and I didn't really know what to expect, and it wasn't anything like I expected. Like I had the freedom of movement that I needed.
Like put the two side by side, like coming from an office setting in the financial world to an office setting in a trade.
Yeah.
Like what were the biggest differences that you saw between the two?
Well, the trade, as it was like a growing company, we've built a lot of the systems this business has together to the point where we would build like what we thought was a flawless system, and then 2 years later that system's abandoned completely and we've got a new one.
It's obsolete.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's really cool to be a part of that.
Yeah. Whereas in the corporate world, you're
a part of the
their
machine.
SOPs and you're just
they
okay.
outsource and hire people to build systems. They don't let the staff do it.
I guess there's an efficiency there in the corporate world.
There is, yeah, but you get told what to do.
Yeah.
And as soon as I was gone, someone else was in my job. It didn't take them a minute to replace me.
Yeah.
I was a cog.
Very quick.
Yeah. And well, like there's still...
Which might be one of the reasons they have those systems.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you're not dependent on any one person, right?
Yeah.
And like while I did feel like a piece of the machine, I still met a lot of awesome people there that gave me so much insight into like their lives and like how they've, made a career in the financial world. And they're some of the coolest people I know, and like a lot of good life lessons for a young man, talking to a lot of people that were close to retirement age that have been in that industry for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Like great life skills just by talking to these people, getting to like invest some of my time into asking them questions and bugging them.
Well, if they managed to trudge through the corporate world for decades.
And like
good on them.
It's
not for everybody.
The biggest thing that I learned from them is they set boundaries very quickly with their, like whoever their bosses were or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they stuck to those boundaries. And that actually was a good survival mechanism. I couldn't stand the idea of it. Like boundaries for me are great, but I liked, at the time, I really wanted to explode past all of the boundaries.
Yeah.
And Ridgeline gave me space to do that, and then kind of learn that I need boundaries.
Long and behold.
Yeah. Because, if you're answering texts and emails at 2 a.m., people will just keep asking you questions.
So you were in the sales game. Within a couple of years, you were only sales guy for a while, but then you were a sales manager. You've had sales guys come up and work under you. And then I think it was shortly after. How long were you working with me when the conversation around partnership hit the table?
I think it was just over a year, honestly.
So it was tight.
It was pretty close.
I mean, you took over a ton of responsibility in that period of time. Yep. I mean, all my intentions with that initial shareholder transaction wasn't for the right intentions and reasons, but the funny thing is at the end of it, because of the people I brought on board, because I had a number of my goal with that share sale was to retain our talent. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing being is I pushed the people. I thought everyone would have a mindset like me, want to grow a company like me, and still to this day, we're like 7 years later from that transaction, I still have conflict with those guys because I pushed them away and actually in some cases into their own businesses.
Yeah.
And they're now competitors, and we're dealing with guys trying to poach our guys, and it's tough. But you're out of that transaction, you are the sole remaining partner, which is such a blessing. I thank God for that, because you and I get why, because you have the mindset of team and growth, and when we go through the thick times, you're willing to grit your teeth and dig in and get through it, which is a quality that a business owner just needs.
Yeah.
So let's go through that transition, even go right to the initial offer, because I barely even remember it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like what the opportunity felt like, what your expectations were, and how it transpired.
I remember sitting in our last shop that we were in our showroom there, and you approached the main group of I think it was like 4 installers and 2 office people, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was just me, and then the other office person came on a little later into the conversation.
Yeah,
later.
I think you did.
That's right.
Yeah,
something maybe. Like that. I remember listening to that, and I just had this like very ferocious like desire to invest in this, because I liked what I was doing for work. And to me, to be totally honest, it was like, dollar signs. Like, here's a very good fiscal opportunity. I need to take advantage of it as soon as possible. And I'm already working here, so I might as well.
Yeah.
And like, I went in with a ton of optimism, probably more than was healthy, to be honest, at least for my own sake, as the reality was harder, obviously. But I have the blessing of having been raised by an entrepreneur, and he is my stepdad. Stuart's his name, and I got to see the grit that man had to endure. Yeah. So luckily, when the grit came for us to endure, I was like, oh right, this is a part of business.
Yeah.
Sometimes you leave, you pay your employees but not yourself.
Yeah.
And that's just a part of it. And a lot of people didn't see that. Like I saw things that you were sacrificing even more so than the other shareholders, because maybe because the seat I was sitting in, I was in the position to see you doing that, because I see everything on the back end of the company.
I also think you just recognized it, because again, like you grew up in a very business-oriented home.
Yeah.
And you just had a better understanding of business and ownership, and you've seen your stepdad's just one of my favorite people in the world.
Yeah,
He's such a gem.
Yeah.
But he'll work the 100-hour weeks. Like you had an idea of the sacrifice that a business owner make. I think you just, because you knew, you recognized it.
Yeah.
I think the other guys, a lot of them had no idea.
Yeah.
They just didn't know.
The sacrifices they're real. Like, even if it looks like a pristine opportunity, there may be a day that comes where you need to batten down the hatches and endure the storm that's hitting you.
Yeah.
Like, ownership, the bullet stops with you. And I've even said this to my wife. I said, Josh is ultimately the first shield in the line of defense, and then I'll catch the next bullet. But he's the first one who takes the hit. And I've always recognized that from, like, in your position. And that's why, like, I also see, like, the almost loneliness of your position, to be totally frank, because you are at the top, and I understand that, and everybody else understood that clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did they understand to the point where they supported you in hardship? Not always.
Sometimes it wasn't all bad,
No,
but
there was a lot of good stuff. Yeah,
it's had its hard moments.
Yeah, well, and those relationships, they were really beautiful at some points.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And that actually makes it harder when they crumble, because I can't do business without wanting to see young people grow, and you grow attached, and you become like brothers, or some of these guys are so young, I almost feel like a dad to them.
Yeah,
but that makes it when things go astray, and it's not always their fault. Nope. Like, I made my mistakes too, and sometimes you push them away, and it hurts.
Yeah, especially
in the partnership thing is quite the topic, especially the deal I did, because it was a terrible deal. Like, let's just be frank. My intentions around it wasn't for, like, I wanted everybody to prosper and grow from it.
Yeah,
but it came from a place of scarcity where I was just like, things are going so good right now because I've been blessed with unbelievable guys. I have to do everything I can to retain this team.
Yeah.
And I didn't have faith in God that, he was going to provide for me. I felt like I need to take action to provide for myself, and do a transaction where I could make some money and pay off my mortgage, and life would just be better if I did this big deal. And ultimately, by making that deal, I did the exact opposite. I pushed everybody away. We had some horrible years as a company after that. And in like 7 years, and I feel like I'm just getting free from the bounds of a lot of those really poor decisions and terrible leadership on my part.
Yeah.
7 years later.
Yeah. Well, like, I think one aspect of business is surviving the mistakes. And it's kind of funny that, there's entire books written about the mistakes that we've made. That came out before we made them, right? But like,
if only I had read them.
Well, honestly, like, sometimes the wisdom doesn't come until the suffering comes, right? Like,
that's true. Because even if I did read those books, if I didn't go through, I would have just brazed over those,
or brushed them off and like, I don't agree with that. And it'd be because you didn't experience the suffering part.
Yeah, my pride would have gotten in the way.
Yeah,
I need to get humbled a little bit first.
Oh yeah, we all do. Like, my best lessons in this, actually, some of my best growth came from being humbled, as both in this business and in my personal life. Like, it's important.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So what happened after you bought in? Well, you had all these expectations, came in all optimistic.
Yeah. Well,
how did that next couple of years go from your perspective? Be honest.
The first year, like, official year, going into the winter of, like, pretty well we had just been partners for a year, and things were looking pretty nasty, as you know.
Why?
Fiscally, we had a dangerous point, and there's some ironic things that happened, like getting like some awards like during that time. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so there's the external perception of, oh wow, they're doing really good, and then inside the closed doors, we're like, oh my gosh. Like,
oh, come on, now we were only a runner-up for that award that year.
No, I'm talking the year we actually got the
oh, really?
Yeah, that was the same year we had like
Business of the Year award.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, we had that conversation with. Maybe it was the runner-up, and then the next year we got it, and it was still a bit tight.
Yeah,
it's hard to determine. The first 2 years of partnership were intense.
yeah.
No, it's And like, you know, it's part of the nuance of business. Like you make investments, and sometimes they wreck things. Like, and they come from the best place. They look like such good ideas. And that is actually where I learned to be kind of a combatant to decision making. Because I thought with all my heart from the corporate world that being a yes man was a good quality. If you just say yes and take on like more responsibility and you agree with everything the boss says, that things will go right for you.
Maybe it's because in the corporate world, all those systems and processes actually saying yes actually gets somewhere.
It does, yeah.
But when you're in a small business and your growth is based on
you need pushback,
intuition, and innovation.
Yeah, you need questions. You need pushback. Like you have to, like it's partnership is about kind of justifying decisions to each other.
Yeah.
Like I love being sold on something. I love selling something. Like, but it can't just be like, hey, we're doing this now. Yeah. And it's like, I see where that decision came out from yourself. Yeah. And none of us pushed back, even though there was maybe some stirrings like, oh, well, how does that work? Or like this, and like trying to like, but no one would demand the logistics. Cause it's like, well, you know, he's already built this, so it's probably a great idea. Yeah. So like, but,
and had it been done in the right mindset, it could have been a great idea.
Oh yeah.
But the deep root scarcity mindset of it was the wrong approach.
Yeah. And it's, so like, the first few years of business were intense. And there was points where even I like was getting worn out, especially when we had those two managers.
Oh yeah.
Kind of making big mistakes out there, and it came down to us having to fix it. That was nasty. Yeah. But, you know, it's because of those experiences that I am who I am. I'm tougher for it. Yeah. Like I can roll with punches now that would have unraveled me back then. Like stuff that happens every day is, you know, easy.
Yeah. No, we were putting out fires like crazy back in those days. Yeah. When you first bought in and you agreed to be a partner with me, this will be a funny question, but what were your expectations on me specifically, and how did I meet those expectations, honestly?
Honestly, the idea of riding your coattails to the golden halls of success was initially what I thought was going to happen. And that's where it sparked from. Like, was just essentially like hoping to like fluff my pillow.
Did I in any way sell it? Because I know I was pushing you guys, because I was selling it, trying to get everyone to buy in so that everyone would buy in and I would get a nice payout. And like, it's embarrassing to think of how I did that. But did I in those early years, was I talking about like the teamwork and growing this thing into anything bigger and better, or was it just like buy in and you can make money?
There was an aspect of buy in and make money. There was also conversation of growth, like conquering the world. But like,
yeah, it felt like we could back then.
Yeah, no, it felt like we felt pretty invincible, and you know the numbers weren't lying at the time, but they were about to wake us up like a season later. But you know, it was. It felt like it would be just an easy cakewalk coming into it, and I should have known better. I'm glad that we've endured what we have. I feel like I wouldn't trade the growth for anything, or the stress for that matter.
And that's a sign of a good partner, because I feel the same way. It's like we've gone through literal hell. Yeah. Like this company has gotten through some winters by the skin of its teeth, so close.
And like the partnership of other stakeholders too, like that could have held our ass to the fire. Pardon my French.
Yeah, no, there were some pretty tight points there. So yeah, but we got through it.
Yeah, we did.
It was a season, and it's had its seasons.
Yeah, well, and wisdom has come from it, I'd argue. Like, I'm not saying we're wise by any measure, but you know, we've become more conscious of our own shortcomings, which I find extremely valuable, to be just in the know that I'm going to screw something up probably every day. like that's a great position to be in. I love knowing that.
Yeah, it can always we're human, right?
Yeah.
We're human, we're sinners, we make mistakes, but that's how we grow. I think we've both said that to each other this week, when we both made mistakes, and we're like, hey, It's okay. This is how we grow.
Yeah, and the funny thing is no one's angrier than us at ourselves, right?
Right?
Yeah, like when I was, that one job where I short ordered us stuff and etc. I was so angry at myself.
Yeah.
Like more angry than anyone else was being angry. I was just like, I can't believe I did that. Like this is rookie stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like the partnership's it's not that volatile. It's steady.
Yeah.
We're supporting each other and we trust each other. I think that's another big part of it is the trust. Like if you screw up, you know it. You'll own it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like, oh well, this and that and blah 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 and blame and blame and blame.
I hate that.
Exactly. I hate it too.
We still see it from some of our employees.
It
right?
happens. And like I always, every time I get the opportunity to, I encourage them, like, just be honest. Like I've had, like, one, I'm going to use our buddy Joel Nelson as an example here. Remember, I think it was at the old shop a few years ago. This story is stuck with me. He was carrying a triple pane custom skylight outside by himself and trying to load it into the back of a pickup truck. This thing took 6 weeks to get in. He dropped it. It shattered. He walked back in and was like, he didn't make up any excuse or anything else. He just said, guys, I broke the skylight. We laughed because we thought he was joking. And then he was like, no, it's actually broken. So we're like, oh, okay. Well, thanks for telling us, man. And we just reacted to it. We called the customer. We're like, hey, I actually just told them the story of what happened and they laughed. I was like, so we're not going to install that one, obviously. Yeah. And they're like, oh, I appreciate that.
You're just honest.
Yeah. And then, we got them a new one. We broke even on that because we had to buy 2 skylights.
I forgot and those triple pane custom skylights are expensive.
They are expensive and heavy and so say la vie.
I forgot all about that.
But the guy was honest. Yeah. We've got our wonderful admin coordinator, Elena, and she has just finished her 3 months recently. And if she makes a mistake, and new people are going to make plenty. She's never done a job like this before. Yeah. Calls us immediately, says, hey, I did this. I'm really sorry. And it's like, I don't even feel a pang of any anger. It's just like, you know what? I appreciate you letting me know. Let me help you. I'm going to deal with this with you. Yeah. Or I'm going to call this person and we're going to fix this. So it's good.
Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah. I think it's taken time for us to establish a culture in our company, especially in our office, where it's just like it's okay to mess up. Oh, yeah. It's okay to make mistakes. And if you do, please, for and if all of our staff and our team are watching this, most of but some of you need a reminder. If you make a mistake, it's okay.
Tell somebody immediately.
It's 100 times better if you just own it. Yeah. Like, I love that. I actually love it when someone makes a mistake and they're like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. But still, some of our guys are like, every excuse under the sun. Oh, this person was doing that, or it was really this. Like, no, like, you're not growing if you're not taking accountability.
Yeah, and it really is okay to screw up. We're all going to do it. Yeah. I expect myself to.
Lord knows I do it all the time.
Well, in the higher level you are, the more like glaring those mistakes are. Like I remember having a conversation with our partner Noah. I said, when I make a mistake, every single person in the company hears about it. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, here's a few examples. He's, oh yeah, I guess, everyone knows about it. I was like, yeah. I was like, Josh makes a mistake. Every single person in the company knows about it. Like,
everybody knows.
Yeah, like the higher level you are, the more like humbling it gets, I swear. Like,
yeah. No, it's so true. Yeah. It's so true. Yeah. What about in the more recent years? What are the things that you've seen me do that as the leader of the company but more as your partner? What are the things I've done well, and where what's something, either a certain circumstance or something in general, that you've noticed or I've really lacked, or really, is there anything I've done that's been like catastrophic that you're like,
not really recently.
Well, let's even go back. Like, in your entire time as my partner, what's the one thing that I did that you were like, Josh, what the hell?
Oh man.
Let me count through them all.
No. I find, actually, I'll be real with you. There's been times where it's like where there's something really important personally going on, and this was in the earlier years, not recent, where you would inject yourself and it would be all about work and no consideration for what was happening personally. Those were the bad ones. Those ones were the ones that made me think, like, why am I doing this?
Do you have an example?
I almost don't want to get into it. But so Keely's first Mother's Day. That one was rough.
Really?
You called me 3 times about a mistake Mitch made. I was trying to make her like a lobster dinner and like make it special.
Really?
And I got in trouble because Mitch screwed something up. So,
Really?
But that was a long time ago. That was when Mitch was around.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say names either. Sorry.
It's okay. You're not saying his last name.
Yeah. But in recent years, no. Like you yourself, Josh, have grown immensely as a person.
Yeah.
And anytime I get an opportunity to talk to one of our old partners, they'll ask about you, say how you're doing. I say like, well, he's growing. He's never stagnated. He doesn't bash you at all. Like,
try not to.
No.
It's tempting.
Sometimes, yeah, it is. Especially when they're doing it to you.
Yeah. It makes it even harder.
Yeah. But
yeah,
the recent years, like it's been good. Like we've established, I think, and I want to attribute it to like trust and getting to know each other. Is like, I think as we trust each other to do our jobs and to deliver, that's important.
Yeah.
Like I trust you to do your job. You trust me to do my job.
Yeah.
And fulfill like what you say you're going to do. Honestly, you're one of the most honest, generous people I know. I've even talked to people where they're like, maybe you should have a budget for generosity. I was like, yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
No, legitimately, we should.
Yeah, we should. Generosity budget.
Yeah. And it can be a big budget, but it should still be a budget.
Oh yeah. Well, with your personality, I think you'd give away all your money if like it helped somebody. Like,
yeah, I've had my seasons where I love being generous, but I've also been super wasteful, which is something when it comes down to the communication. I think that's one of the things that's been a little bit rough in terms of getting through our these last 7 years. Is like there's been times where I've communicated things really well, and there's been times where I just don't, and I don't even. And I think some of the hardest times are when I don't actually properly communicate what our expectations are, where we're going. When we go through a year of just putting out fires, where it's just like
that's exhausting.
Made a couple bad hires, just weren't good fits in high level roles in the company, and a year later, it's we spent probably a whole year, literally putting out disastrous fires from customers. Like we lost huge money that year.
Oh, and like it just kept coming back year after year, and like
some of those things still pop up.
Yeah, and like we're going to honor it. We stick to our guns, and there's been a lot of great people out of that, though. Like customers who are just like, oh, yeah, bad hire. I get it.
Yeah.
But you have to fix this. Like,
you see the good in people.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God for some wonderful people out there who understand and have grace. But then there's the flip side of it, too. Some of those people were like, we don't care that your guy ripped you off and took off. And it's like, fair enough. Like you hired the company. Exactly. I made that bad hire. Yep. That's my fault.
That's one of the important parts of business. Like it's your brand. You own every single mistake, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you made it. Yeah,
you don't just get the good.
No.
When the bad comes, you own that too.
You're there to take the hit. It's really important. But one of the things that made me fall in love with the company was your extreme generosity. Like I've said this on the podcast before, if that wasn't the episode that didn't make it through, but like when I first started and you gave away that two free roofs and you were like, didn't know if you were going to make money that year because of that, but you did it anyways. Like I was like, that is amazing. Yeah. That is so cool.
Well, I think it's because of those things that we were so blessed after.
Our phones exploded. I only came in and saw like detonating phone lines. I was like, wow, is it always this busy? Like,
there's a biblical lesson there for those of you who want to know. But
like the widow who threw in her 2 pence, Jesus said she gave everything she had. She gave more than everyone else in this temple.
So what would you like to see from me in these days? Because right now I feel like we're coming out of those 7 years.
Oh yeah.
And just opportunity just seems to be popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
And us as leaders, it's just like, okay,
what do we invest in?
Like we've got a 10-year-old brand now.
Yeah.
We're really starting to pick up and pick up some steam, and the future's looking really exciting.
Yeah.
So what is the main thing you would like to see my focus and attention on as a partner and as a leader? And give me something that you see me doing day to day right now that you feel could use some adjustment.
One of the things that you've struggled with in the past is kind of opening up when you're having a personal difficulty, which, I think most men do, to be honest.
Well, that's deeper for me. I've been very insecure as an individual since I was a kid. So.
Yeah, so that's part of it. And I've, when I can kind of recognize it now because we've been around each other so much, but, just know that I see it. And if you need somebody to talk to, please talk to me.
It's good to know. Actually, I had no idea you saw it.
No. Eventually, you do open up a little bit, and then I kick the door down. But I'm fully aware when something's going on because you kind of vanish from the scene. I know you're doing stuff in the background, but you kind of avoid people. And I know it's because you're internally battling with something. So I'd like to see you work on that and just know that I see it. I recognize it from a mile away now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you recognize it, feel free to.
Maybe I should be like, hey, are you okay, man?
Communicate, man.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. And if you tell me you're okay, I'll be like, I don't think you are. So yeah, I just got to call you out and stick to my guns.
Yeah, and you can do that. Yeah. Actually, and that's part of a lot of my career. I was not approachable. It's only in the very recent year or two that I've actually recognized, oh my word, that nobody in the company wants to talk to me. And so I was so grateful to have you as a partner because and it's what kind of made me realize it is all of our staff were going to you with their issues and concerns and personal life issues. I'm like, why does nobody talk to me? And then read some books and some self-reflection. I'm like, oh my word, I'm not approachable. I'm intimidating and not in a good way. Yeah. There's a good kind of intimidating.
Oh yeah. Like being what did Jordan Peterson say? Be a monster, but be in control or something like that.
I was just a monster, but I wasn't in control. So still trying to control that sometimes, especially as a parent.
On the flip side for me, our good friend Kenton, who we were just on a call with before this, I was talking to him about he coined it. He said, you're a note passer. Staff would come to me with a problem. I'm not as invested in the problem as they are, clearly, and I come to you. Yeah. And you're like, well, what do we do about this? I was like, I don't know. But I just thought I should tell you. But really, after meeting with our friend Kenton, after I met with him, he said, don't pass notes. He's like you can be a soundboard for advice. Mm-hmm. But if anyone's ever can you bring this to Josh? He said, say no right there. Do not set the expectation that you're going to, because he's like, that's hard on you and Josh's relationship. And your relationship's really important.
But that's something you did really well as a partner because when you would hear things from the staff in the company, you would bring it to me and be like, hey, sometimes you might have waited a little longer than you should and things got little too built up. That was definitely one of the issues we had in the earlier years. But one of our other partners who had bought in, who's now no longer with us. Yeah. He was a super empathetic guy that everybody in the company went and poured their heart and soul and actually complained, not just about their jobs, but about me too. Mm-hmm. And he just refused to tell me. And it actually made him implode as nobody could handle that kind of negativity and stuff.
No, it's not good to just restrain it all the time.
Yeah. So I was really grateful that's what the great quality you had. You've always, when you recognize that I'm doing something, and especially lately, if I start getting out of my lane at all, you're like, hey, cut that out. Okay, thank you.
We've been partners long enough where I can see the value in being combative almost.
Yeah.
I like it. And sometimes I push back and then you've got a great argument. And I'm like, you know what? I see the merit. And this is a well thought out thing.
Yeah. I was too argumentative back in the day though. And it was that insecure. I can't be wrong all the time. Yeah. That's ultimately what pushed a lot of those guys away. I genuinely, because they were very talented people, and if we actually executed the vision that I originally had, I think they would all be around. Well, not all of them.
Hard to say.
Some of them were too little self-focused to be a part of the team, I think. Yeah. But ultimately, Well, maybe not. I don't know.
It's really hard to say. I was just talking with my friend, our friend Quentin, I should say, about this, and he said what ifs are toxic. You can really get hung up on what ifs. Like, and it's like that didn't happen. We can't change it, and we weren't the same people then that we are now.
And I'm so grateful for all of it.
Yeah.
And I still bless those guys. Every partner we've had.
Yep. Still
I want to see them prosper, even though some of them are our competition now. But it's okay. There's enough for all of us. Yep. So get out there, have fun. So moving forward, what's something you want to see from me on a day-to-day?
Honestly, just communicating the vision clearly. And not just to me, but to staff too. One of the best sayings I've heard, I think it was either Dan Sullivan. I'm pretty sure it was Dan Sullivan. Maybe Ben Hardy. I can't remember. But it was like culture bleeds from the top down in a corporation.
Yeah.
So that's major. Like you're the top, so culture is going to bleed down from you, and you can see the charitable aspect of your heart. That's a part of our team now. Everybody, like when we did that free roof out in Willow River this year, every single one of our guys was just in love with the fact that they were a part of that. Yeah, like that homeowner didn't let the guys leave until they gave her a hug. Like she's like, "You're not allowed to go until you can hug me." She's like, "The worst part about this is you're done the roof and we won't get to talk anymore." And everyone's like, "No, you talk to us. Like, keep calling us." Yeah. I'm still talking to her. It's been months.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Actually,
they need their siding, by the way. They have a GoFundMe. So.
Yeah, some people in need out there for sure.
Yeah, there are.
No, that's good. I definitely accept that. And again, I think it really comes down to communication, because I have the intentions on expressing the vision, and I'm still working. It's getting better. Yeah. But I think just more regular meetings, better communication on my part on how to communicate that through.
Yeah, forcing yourself to do regular meetings with your team is a really good idea for you.
And still, we got our AGM coming up next month, and I think that'll be one of the major topics is how do we structure our quarterly meetings and one-on-ones and all that. So it'll be a fun year of growth. We're wrapping up on time here. Yep. You got any final thoughts?
No. Well, actually, sorry, I will say something. It's been a pleasure growing in this business as a person, personally.
I'm proud of you for it.
And I'm proud of you as well for the personal growth I've seen in you. One, as a leader. And I'll tell a quick story about when we were having a meeting with our former partners, and it was kind of a round table of like what Josh was doing wrong. And I had this dawn on me in the meeting. I was like, and because one of the topics was Josh never like you don't reinforce us, you don't compliment us, yada yada yada. I was like, okay, guys, I have seen him do it. I know it doesn't happen as often as you're claiming to want it to happen. I was like, I'm going to ask this question: how often do any of you tell Josh what he's doing good? The room went dead silent. Like I was like, oh, look at that. Like. They're all demanding this of you, but not one of them has offered the same. I was like, I in that moment almost like started weeping. I was like, this is shocking to me.
But honestly, that is a brutal stark reality of being the leader. Yeah. And as nice as those compliments would have been coming from them, it's my job and this is where everybody looks at being the leader like it's a great position to be in. Yeah. But that's the stark reality of being a leader. It's like, would those compliments have meant the world to me? Yes. Am I entitled to them? No. Am I absolutely supposed to give that to them? Absolutely. So, yeah, it can be a lonely place to be. Yep. But it's a lot easier when you got great partners like you and our buddy Noah. Makes a good partnership can make life, business, but also life, just so much more fruitful and enjoyable. And this is why I'm so excited for where we're going in these coming years, because we've really trimmed out a lot of those negative mindsets. And we protect each other now,
and what we let in, right?
And we're very picky about that. And like even potential future deals I'm working on, so my main focus on is like, if we're doing business with people, even whether it's through joint ventures, acquisitions, whatever that might be, like it's all about who. The numbers are secondary. It's all about who.
Here's a stark statistic: you spend more time with the people you work with than your family.
Totally.
better like them. Like,
No kidding.
Right? So,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is totally true.
yeah.
Okay, John. Well, I appreciate you coming in, bud. And
Yeah.
it was a great conversation, and we'll have you on again.
Sweet.
So-
Sounds good. I look forward to it.
For all of you, we will catch you next time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, everybody.